Hello, everybody. This is Terry Quinlan. I am here with Daren DeLeon and Stephanie Wall, and we are going to be talking about an event that will be happening in June 2024, scheduled originally for March and moved to June. And this interview is being conducted at the NAMM show in January 2024. Welcome to the show.
Okay, how did you get? Well, let's first tell everybody what is Nashville on the Coast, and how did you get started with this concept? Was it really generated from Nashville, or how did this come all the way?
Well, the starting story is very funny. It's not Nashville. I was actually drinking at an Ole Miss tailgate playing LSU when manager came up to me and said he wanted to introduce me to his new artist. So I met the artist and I told her I also am the guy that runs the Seal Beach summer concerts in the fall, and Seal Beach are right there at the pier. And when I told him that, his eyes got really big and he really wanted to find out how he can get his music to California. So we started talking, had some more bourbon, and we came up with this idea. We wanted it to be about the music, about the stories, not just the band, not just the concert. We want to hear these artists' stories because every song has its own story.
Right.
So we go, okay, we can try this out and find out. In California, you don't hear too much of this.
Yeah.
So what we've done is I brought three guys that did a lot of stuff in Nashville, and we 2 years ago we had them play five shows in 4 days, and everywhere we went, it packed the house. So we said, okay, this can work. Last year we moved it up to 7 shows in 5 days with 15 artists. And this year we're going to expand even more, have great artists like Stephanie and people like that. So Stephanie is part of Franklin Wall, and Dan Franklin is a great guy. So
it's going to be a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, I was fortunate to be present for both of those events. And we have to add that Seal Beach is a really great local community in California, and that it really brings the community together. And with music as the focal point for it, what could be better? And then to bring up in so much talent, but they not necessarily are from Nashville. You're from Huntington Beach.
I'm from here, yeah, born and raised out here. My family's from Oklahoma and Arkansas, but I was raised in a southern home in Southern California, if you can believe that. But a very southern home in Southern California. But I think country music. I mean, Nashville is kind of a hub, but so is Austin. So is California. So many country stars that are legends were born out here. So country could be anywhere.
Yeah, so one of the things we're trying to do is bring the Nashville sound to California and mix it with the California country, because there's so many great artists out here and of course out there, but we want to collaborate with each other, and who knows what type of music we can come up with these collaborations.
One of the things that, and I have not been to Nashville, but one of the things I know about Nashville is everybody talks about how people listen to the artists performing. And so it would be so cool if we could educate the local community that you don't have to be talking so loud in a small room.
Yes.
Yeah, because that would be very cool to have a listening audience.
Absolutely.
Which is what Nashville's about.
Absolutely. So a lot of it is about spreading the word and cultivating that audience, right? Spreading that there are so many amazing songwriters that are creating original music. And bringing that audience to us and letting them know, like, we're here. I think if you build it, they'll come. So we just got to let people know.
And we're going to have different shows in different places in Seal Beach. So it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it always is. And once you get it, you're still in the process of getting all the dates, who's going to be where. You don't have that in place yet. But there is a website, Nashville on the Coast.
Nashville on the Coast. Once we get our artists and everything, all the places we're playing and times and dates situated, it's going to be up. Right now, the website has last year's artists up there.
Okay.
We're about ready to add more like Stephanie right here
There you
to
go,
it.
2024, and it'll be all there. It's like when
Absolutely.
you look up ma'am, you can't just look up ma'am, you have to put the
Put
year.
the year,
so-
exactly. But if you go to Instagram, Nashville on the Coast has the Instagram account, and all the information, all the updated things are going to be there as well. So
That's perfect.
social media, it'll be all over the
Yeah, yeah, it's always good. Let's see, we're talking about other things that you do
Yeah.
because it includes acting.
Yes.
And and we actually probably met sometime before because we both have a history with Disney now.
We do. Yes, I have a Disney history, and I feel like I've been all over the place. I've been blessed to travel and do what I love. But yeah, I worked at Disney for a long time. I was singing there, the Mad Tea Party Band, and then we had a little show there called Frozen. They hired me for that. I was singing Let It Go 28 million times. Bless it.
You're the Let It Go girl.
I was. I opened the show. I closed the show when COVID happened. But before that, yeah, I was on Broadway. I did Beautiful, the Carole King musical on Broadway, and that was a good time. My babies were 3 and 4 at that point. We moved to New York for about 6 months and did that, which I mean, as a musician and a singer and an artist, a songwriter, you can't ask for a better show to be a part of. Singing Carole King's original music, so
Yes,
it was
I have a
amazing.
friend that used to work with her. I know she's an amazing.
Yeah.
person.
And she would come to the show all the time. Yeah, she was lovely. Yeah, it was great. So had a good time doing that. Came home because New York is not my vibe, especially with babies. And came home and we played our roots here. And I've been singing and doing the thing ever since. And started writing the original country music during COVID. with
You
my
haven't
partner,
had
yeah.
to me.
I met Daren at a songwriter round. Actually, I was going to see a girl that I really think is just an incredible artist, who's now a dear friend of mine. But I wanted to go check her out. Her name's Kylie Trout, and she's going to be in the March showcase.
Okay.
So we went to go see her, and I was like, she's so great. I'm just, loving on her. And I see these two guys talking, and like they're obviously like involved with her, and they obviously set this up. And I was like, I think I need to know these guys. So I went over, and I was like, I feel like I should know you. And he's like, I'm Nashville on the Coast. And I was like, I follow you on Instagram. And so it was kind of an instant connection. We made friends because he had seen our music. He kind of seen us around on social media. So he connected there, and it was kind of a perfect fit. We've been looking for a place to plug in as original artists in California, a community to plug into that believes in original music and wants to foster that and educate the community about local artists. So it was a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I know that you've got the connections you have between Nashville and here, that you do have a great lineup of artists, and that not everyone is as connected. So it's good to have you in that realm. Something we should not overlook is that part of the process of you doing this in the community, you have ended up with some awards, right? I know you don't like to talk about it.
I know,
Let's
right?
talk about it.
Do it. Go.
You can blush now.
I know, right? Exactly.
Yeah, when you do stuff, things happen. You're not out there to do it for the awards or the accolades. You're doing it for the goodness of your heart. I was named Seal Beach Volunteer of the Year, and last year my wife and I were the Seal Beach People of the Year at the Americana Awards. So,
And Americana Awards is who are they looking for to target?
so the Cypress College Foundation, every year they honor the People of the Year from all the North Orange County cities. And they have a big blowout here at the Disneyland Hotel, and it's just a great time. It's beautiful, and it brings money back to the college and helps kids that don't have enough money to go to college. They help them with their tuition and stuff.
That's great. Yeah. And then when you did Nashville last time, you had a particular charity that you support. So pass the basket around. And by the way, when people go to see the show, there's right at this point, there's no fee. They don't pay to get into the location where the event is. And you have taken donations for a charity. What's that charity about?
So our main philanthropy is the Honor Flight Southland. The Honor Flight Southland, they take veterans from all the wars. Right now it's World War II, Korea, Vietnam. And they take them on all expenses paid for all expenses paid for trip to DC to honor them at the memorials. Well, we're so excited because a lot of those people didn't get to be honored when they came home. They weren't treated right. it's just great to meet these guys and talk to these guys and
My dad's one of those guys.
and
Was that
see what
Yeah.
and see what it means to them to be honored. They are so happy, so grateful. And you hear some of their stories, it's amazing.
Because some people come back from battle zone and they end up in a hospital, or they're
Yeah.
you know they're in recuperation of some kind, so they don't get the drum roll call kind of thing
No.
where hooray for our heroes because they missed it.
Yeah, my dad was in Vietnam. He was stationed in Da Nang. He was a CB. And when he came home, they got booed when they came off the airplane because there were so many Americans against the war. And it's, you can believe whatever you want, but those boys are out there putting their lives on the line, trying to come home to their families. And they were just received so poorly. And it's a bummer. So to be able to celebrate them now and give them the recognition they deserve for just doing their best to fight for our country, what we believe in, it means the world to them. Whenever we always recognize veterans at our shows, and my dad always tells me that it brings tears to his eyes. Just to have it mean something that you're willing to give your life for the country. It's a big deal. So the fact that Nashville and the Coast supports veterans and does their best to really let them know that we see them and acknowledge them and appreciate them. It's really great.
I like that whole connection with music because usually any tribute, it's got to have music.
Music is medicine, man.
It's
Music is
football
healing.
Sunday, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like it's a thing that people, if it wasn't there, they would miss it so
Yeah.
much.
Yes,
right?
absolutely. Yeah.
And so you're taking music and using it for a cause that is so worthy.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure they, a lot of other artists do charity events and participate in some of that stuff too. And we had David Foster in the house here, so it's quite exciting to see a small town thing, and we're both members of the Lions Club, so you get the Lions involved, and there's a lot of volunteer
It's great.
people that support this kind of program. So it's like music tapping into a whole other community that we may not otherwise be there.
Yes.
It's really very cool. And the summer concerts at the piers and other, like a lot of cities have concerts in the park and stuff like that. So it's just a thing that if you're not an artist and you're not looking for a connection on how to do music or any of that kind of thing, just go to some music concert events and experience the community together, applauding and loving and adoring the music.
Right? Absolutely. Come hang out, get a drink, make some friends, and just use the
Come hang out with us.
Just come hang out with us. Even if you're not a music person, even if you're not a country music person, country these days leans pop, it leans rock. There's such a variety of country music nowadays. You're gonna find something you like.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I suppose if you've gone through all the trouble of getting a parking place and you really want to leave, you could, but you stay.
Nah, you should stay. Hang out.
Also, just you stay to a versatility of different genres that you don't necessarily have to stick to one.
Yeah.
Pretty much, I'm sure you're
Absolutely. Well, I mean, everything, all my original music is definitely country music, but having a Broadway background, I think our country leans a little more early 2000s country, very Faith Hill. People called us. We played a show last night, and people called us Faith and Tim 2.0. Faith Hill and Tim McGraw 2.0, and I was like, we'll take it. But yeah, it kind of leans that direction. But other people's country music, they have hip hop roots, so they put those beats in there. Other people's country music, they're strictly Waylon Jennings, Hank Williams, where they like that classic country. So a lot of steel. So country, honestly, even within the country genre, there's so much variety.
Yeah.
So
Stephanie and Dan are great, and not only do they do country, they can their range goes everywhere.
love doing rock. We play, because there's a lot of times we're playing a show and people like country music, but they're like, but can you play AC/DC? And we're like,
Yeah.
Back in Black, let's go. So we do end up playing all of it at our shows because we want to make everybody
You have
happy.
to be versatile.
Exactly.
There's a drummer I interviewed a few years back, Matt Johnson.
Okay.
He's in Seal Beach, and he worked at Disney also.
Great.
And he started doing corporate parties for Disneyland.
Sure.
And then they ended up with all these new arrangements of Disney songs.
Yeah.
Well, what are we going to do with it now? Because they were done with the corporate parties.
Yeah.
So he's taken this Disney music on the road and is doing it. They've scheduled to do it with I forget the exact name, but it's a group of people who perform in theaters.
Okay. Yeah.
And so they just line up them in the show and they just show up. They don't have to bring equipment or they're all across the
Show
United
us the
States.
same.
Yeah.
That's great.
And so he's taken the music from Disney another step forward. I was recently listening
That's
to
fun.
another piano player and just doing honky tonk in a pizza place.
Oh,
He
great.
played at Disneyland for 25 years.
Sure.
And his
Probably know him.
repertoire of music, you know how I knew he was a Disney person? He played Small World,
Okay.
and he found a friend in me.
Oh, there you go. And you're like, this guy's a
This
Disney
guy's
guy.
got to be connected somehow.
I thought you were gonna say he did the 2-finger point. I was like,
Oh,
oh, that's
that
a
would
dead
be
giveaway. You know, somebody gets you a 2-finger point. You're like,
Yeah.
that's a Disney person. Yeah.
But it's interesting to see how in everybody's life, you know, somewhere there's a music connection if you
Yeah.
really think about it, you know. And he's
Yeah,
an
when
interesting
when
character.
COVID hit, it devastated the world.
Yeah.
And
Especially artists. Yeah.
I think now that everybody's coming back off of that, I think they need the live music. I think they
Absolutely.
need to be that interaction and just
People
be
need
part
a
of
voice.
something.
You know what I mean? There are so many people that don't have that outlet that you know, they might post on social media, but they don't have an outlet to really express what it felt like to go through COVID and how painful that was. Whether you were a doctor, not like being a first, you know, a responder person, but just like everybody went through it. Everybody experienced pain in a different way, but not everybody has that outlet to have a voice and express it like this. So it's our job as artists really to help them have a voice. And then they listen to that song and they go, that's how I felt. Yes, that's what that felt like. Yes, my mom did pass away during COVID and I couldn't even have people at her funeral. You know, like people they hear that music and then they feel seen, they feel appreciated. Music is the outlet so we all can share humanity and know
I
you're
heard,
not
I heard
alone.
many artists who were, what am I going to do now? I can't go perform.
Yeah.
What my life is going to be nothing. And then they go, oh well, I guess I could write some music.
Oh, Dan and I, that's our story. We've been friends for 12 years and we played together in bands for 12 years. And then we, you know, he got divorced, I got divorced, and we were working together still. And then COVID happened and we were like, well, we got to stay creative. When we do, started writing. He was like, will you take a writing meeting with me? And I was like, yes, but I got to warn you, when I write, it feels like country. And he was like, great. He used to play with Leon Rimes. He toured with her. And so I was like, perfect. So we ended up, that's how our band, Friends with Wall, got started, was like,
I usually ask my guests what how is your songwriting process? So you wrote, let's say you wrote during COVID, but generally speaking, some artists have a certain method they use when they write music. Like Kenny Loggins last year said that he writes down the title of a song and he doesn't know what song it's going to go to.
Sure.
You know, so and some people put a lyric in a drawer and pick it up 3 months later.
Sure.
Some people write it all in one day, or they hear it all at once. So how did your songs come to you?
For me, it's a moment. There'll be a moment that strikes me that it's so it resounds like in your heart, and you know it's something that has to resound with other people, and so I'll just start writing about it. And so I have my little app in my phone that I start jotting things down, and I'll show you. I mean, they'll have working lyrics, and then it's just a lot. You just go there, you just scroll it, and it's all. So, and then, you know, it's 3 a.m., you know, I call it the lyric fairy visits me, because I'm definitely more the lyrics person. Dan also does lyrics, but he's definitely more like the melody guy. I'm more the lyrics. So I'll just like, phone's on silent, I'll shoot him a text, be like, let's talk tomorrow, I think this is the thing. And then we'll just talk the next day and riff on it. And then if he's excited about it, normally he'll have an idea for a melody. It's really organic and collaborative more than anything else. But I write about moments. Like my mother has Alzheimer's, and it was a bad night, and she was struggling. You know, Alzheimer's is rough. But so she went to bed, and I was sitting up by the fireplace, and I was just talking to God and having a little cry by myself, and I just felt, I don't know if it's faith. I mean, some people are faith people. I am a faith person. I felt the Lord just be like, get your phone. And I started writing about how it feels of saying goodbye while you're still here. I look in your eyes, but you're not there. Because, you know, I know there are so many people that are dealing with that, are struggling with that, but you don't really have songs about losing a parent to Alzheimer's, you know, so it's going to be, you know, that's one that we're working on right now. And I texted Dan. Dan's like, that made me cry. We got a melody on it. And so there's our chorus, you know, and
yeah, and then you never know if the Alzheimer's Society does a banquet.
Absolutely. And maybe it'll just help people feel less alone, you know. So that's how that one started. That's one of 40 songs that we
That's
got
a perfect
in the works right now.
example.
Yeah, it's just like
that's,
that.
that's and the people I talk to. It's like absolutely an inspiration. Some call it the muse, some call it an angel, some call
All
it
the lyric
some call it
fairy.
God,
Yeah,
right?
so yes, I'm God. Yeah, I saw the lyric fairy visits, and I'm like, no. I was in a massage the other day, trying to relax. Finally, I got 2 kids. I'm like, I'm getting a massage, I'm laying down, and all of a sudden, the lyric fairy is like, hey, hey. I'm like, not now. I'm trying to relax. Will you leave me alone later? And I'm laying there, and so I couldn't even think about the massage. I'm sitting there going, I literally had a verse, chorus in my head by the time the massage was over, and I think I enjoyed the massage. I think I did. I don't know, but the stupid lyric fairy wouldn't leave me alone.
I think you deserve a new one.
Yeah, I we gotta go again. I gotta take care of myself.
I've heard a story like that. She'd write it on the gum wrapper.
Yes,
Like,
you
do
never
you have
know.
a paper right now?
Exactly, hurry! You gotta get it, or else it leaves, and then you're like, well, what was that awesome idea I had? You never get it again. So you gotta strike while the iron's hot, right?
Yeah, for sure. Well, this has been really fun, and I think we've just about reached our mark of time. So
March,
so you're
March.
songwriter
so
series.
you're in Nashville on the coast.
Yep.
And what about you? Where's your
My name is Stephanie Wall, and then my country band is Franklin Wall. So if you look up Franklin Wall music or Stephanie Wall, you'll find me.
Okay.
And I'm also on all the Nashville on the Coast stuff. Like if you go on their Instagram, you can find me easily there. Instagram, and we'll be posting it all.
did you pay her to say all that?
No, I'm just excited. I get excited. I want to plug everybody in.
As you can see, I'm the talkative one here.
I get excited. Sorry, I don't need to talk too much. But
No, but we want everybody to come out and see what we do, see these great artists, listen to their stories.
yeah,
We want you to listen to their stories. We want you to have fun. It's going to be a great time.